Nice and slow. Perch? That's okay, we'll show this off because, well, what we're doing here today is probably about the strangest show I think we've ever shot. But I think this isn't anywhere close to our biggest one, but we're crankbaiting perch. And everybody loves to catch perch. We're going to keep them. We're just trying to get a little fish fry. And as you can see, I'll grab a few from the live well. We've already got some real jumbos. Beautiful perch. We're on a little 9-foot flat. We've got a spread of number 4 and 5 flicker shads out. Also some Shad Rap RS's. And this is one of those things that I think a lot of times in the dog days of summer people fail to realize, is that they catch perch and other types of fish by accident. You can actually target these fish. So stay tuned. This is John Bergsman with the Fisherman's Digest. We're going to show you a crankbait and perch segment here on Big Manistee Lake in the town of Curtis. Stay tuned. Oh my goodness, these are nice fish. Look at the size of this thing, Davey. As you can see, what we're doing here is there's really no right or wrong crankbait. That is a lippin size. Let's get in the light. That's a lippin size perch. And we got that, I know it's a beast. And we just are pulling this little Hottentot, little 1/4 ounce Hottentot. Here's the key. Big perch like that suspend, that Hottentot we're in 9.8 feet of water and we only had it out 25 feet. So let's put this in the live well here. And you know, a lot of people think of perch fishing and it's a rod straight over the side of the boat, a 2-hook minnows, you know, that type of thing. You don't have to fish that way. We're out kind of exploring the lake looking for a good walleye spot for this year's vacation. We keep bumping into these perch. We finally all looked at each other and said, forget the walleye, let's just go perch fishing with our crankbaits, and that's what we're doing. So, beautiful. Wow, what a beast that thing is.
Quad.
Another fish. There he is, right on the surface. Nice perch. You know they're nice perch when you think they're little walleye. That's what at first we thought we had biting. Oh yeah, another good perch. Show you this, and that one's on a little Shad Rap, number 4 RS, that is. It's another really nice perch. You know, not all of them are jumbos, but 8 to 10 inches is plenty big enough to keep, especially when you're just looking to do a fish fry with a bunch of kids, which is really all we're trying to do here today. I'll show you that bait. That's a little glass Shad Rap. And when you're perch fishing, this is our number 1 walleye bait probably on this lake, one of 2 or 3 colors, but when you're perch fishing, you want to just make sure that you're using a small enough bait that they actually think that they can actually hit it and take it, because otherwise you drag around too big of a stick bait like a deep junior, like, or something that's got more length. You might get a few fish, but you're not going to get a lot. So oh yeah, that's a better one. That's a nice fish. Perfect. Beautiful fish here. And this is that little purple Berkeley flicker shad. You can see right in there the live well. We got some really, really nice fish in there already today. The cool thing about this fishing is that we're really walleye fishing, right, Dave?
Absolutely.
I mean, we're walleye fishing and catching perch, so we're not wasting our time at all. This is the exact way that we walleye fish on this lake. straight line dragging. It seems like right now though the board rods aren't the ticket, it's the flat lines. They're more easily adjustable. When we get to deeper water, Dave and John will drop more line out, and we'll just stay hugging the bottom. So
60 back,
there's one
fish.
So just that quick. I mean, he switched a rod out, and same bait now. This little white one is, this little white one's the ticket. And we'll show you this again. I can get it, Dave. It came off. Oh, that big perch chased me up. I watched the strike. Some of these fish are high, dude. Seriously, some of these fish are high. He came back. I had missed him. Didn't you saw that, Chase? Look at the size of this one. But we've got a good 8 of them in the box now that are 9 to 10 inches, and those are perfect. What we're looking for is on the graph. I'll show you right here on the graph. What we're looking for is, you see this little flat we're working, that's about a 7.5, 8 foot flat, and then it's surrounded by a 9 to 10 foot flat. And as we move along, all of a sudden your graph will light up and you'll see nice little distinct perch arcs, and most of them seem to be about 7.5 down, so holding about 2 foot off the bottom. It's real important that you have a good graph that gives you a mapping chart. We just literally started looking around the lake before we, you know, on the last spot we caught a couple perch, and we started looking for just similar circumstances in there. And then here you go. There's an example of it right there. You just get a clumps of grass and you get minnows, and see the big perch arc right there? That's a perfect example of it. You got perch grass, then you got a nice arc, about 6.5 down. Those are the fish we're fishing for. And they're not strong enough to be walleye. We kind of knew we weren't dealing with walleye, but at the same time, there's another clump of it right there, and then you'll probably have, I'll clear that, you'll probably have a fish or two hanging pretty close behind it, right over top of it. Those are the fish we're catching. So that's the circumstance that you're looking for when you're fishing for these perch. You're looking for something on the bottom. You got one, Dave? He's got one on the outside board, so let's go get that fish. Oh yeah, that's some nice. John's got one. Look at this thing. Look at this slug. Little crankbaits, big perch. Let me get this. You got him coming, John? Oh yeah, that's a big fish. Oh. Big perch, little crankbaits. Just perfectly hooked. They just slugged those cranks right on the back, hooks like that. Lipping crankbaits on Big Manistee. Nice perch. Look at this basket we're getting. And you're gonna get a lot of throwbacks when you're doing this game, but you've got to stay at it, because what happens is when you get on a perching ground, you just got to sort through fish. You're looking for 9 to 11s. You know, you get much bigger than that, you kind of like to release them to keep the fishery good, you know, the bigger ones. But